Live from Las Vegas, this is Inside the Line with Marco D'Angelo. This is your report for Saturday, November 28th. We're going to take a look at two college football games for you. I'll have free picks for you on the two games, and I will tell you what's up for Saturday. Coming off a big day for me in football on Friday, a 2-0 sweep. We hit our game on Thursday as well. In fact, since last Sunday, my football selections are on a 6-1 run. We capped things off yesterday with West Virginia over Pitt as my big backyard brawl play. And we continue to roll with those games involving Pittsburgh teams, now 46-20 in 2009. I'll tell you what I've got going tomorrow in a moment. Let's get to our first free selection, and we're going to go to the Big 12 tomorrow and take a look at Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma State came off that Thursday night game last week where they survived the big scare from Colorado. Their starting quarterback missed that game, was a late scratch for the game, and they seemed to struggle last week. Although they did put up 31 points against Colorado, they gave up 28 points, and they had 4 turnovers that helped lead to those points for Colorado. So now this week you think, hey, they'll be back at it and they'll be on top of their game playing their arch rival Oklahoma. Well, this Oklahoma team's got to be in an angry mood after last week. They got drilled by Texas Tech 41-13 last week, and I look for Oklahoma to bounce back big at home on Saturday. This Oklahoma team has been Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, home and away. They played fabulous at home. On the road, they've struggled all year. Last week, getting drilled at Texas Tech. The previous road game at Nebraska, they lose 10-3. And previous to that, they did beat up on Kansas, but Kansas has had trouble all year long down the stretch. I look for Oklahoma. They rolled over Oklahoma State last year. They seem to have this offense's number. They get inside their head. Look for them to slow down the Oklahoma State offense, and I expect Oklahoma to put up some points on this defense. I like Oklahoma at home. I'm calling it Oklahoma 41 and Oklahoma State 27. Take Oklahoma and lay the points. Now, before I get to the second free pick for Saturday, I want to tell you what I've got going on my Saturday card. But I've got a super card for Saturday. I absolutely love the Saturday card. It's rivalry weekend. We've got some big plays, some great setup plays on Saturday, and one of these plays is my annual 15-star Grand Gobbler Game of the Year. You know the success I've had with my big plays, and last year we nailed the Grand Gobbler game. It was an NFL game last year. We won with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This week this year, we're going to college football. I've got a super setup on a game tomorrow. I hope you're able to join me. You'll get the 15-star Grand Gobbler Game of the Year along with all of my other plays in football for Saturday as a free bonus. You're going to get the entire package for $35. Join me. We're on a 6-1 run with football, and I look to roll right through the Saturday card. Now, let's get to that second free selection, and we're going to go to the ACC, and we're going to take a look at Wake Forest at Duke. Now, this is a garbage game, and you're wondering why we're even going to look at this ball game. Both teams losing records. Nobody's going anywhere, but I'm looking at Wake Forest. I got to feel that Duke last week, they played their hearts out against Miami of Florida. They went into Miami of Florida, had an early lead in that game, and was hanging around for 3 quarters until Miami of Florida blew it open in the fourth quarter. 34-16, they went down in defeat. I think Duke gave it everything they had last week, came up short, and I just don't see them bouncing back at home, even though it's senior day. Wake Forest got a more potent offense. I look for them to score points on this Duke defense tomorrow. And Duke has just struggled down the stretch, scoring 6 10 and 16 points in their last 3 games. Granted, those 3 games were against Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia Tech. I feel that on Saturday, they will score points, Duke, but they're not going to score as many as Wake Forest. And you might also want to give some consideration to the over-under in this game, because I see it as a high-scoring game. We've got a total of like 52 in the game. I see they could get to 60 in this game. Let's take Wake Forest, lay the points as your second free selection. Now, again, I hope you're able to join me on Saturday for my card, that 15-star Grand Gobbler Game of the Year. Either way, I hope you continue to have a great holiday weekend, and be safe, be smart. I'll be back here Saturday night. We'll take a look at the Sunday action in the NFL. Our NFL's been on a tremendous run. We're ranked in the top in the country, hitting over 60%. We're one of the top 10 in the country in the NFL, hitting over 60% for the season. I hope you're able to join me on Saturday, then back again on Sunday. This is Marco D'Angelo for the Saturday edition of Inside the Line. I'll talk to you for the Sunday report.